I'm in Hope Gardens in Jamaica, and what I'm about to show you is a true miracle. So look closely and let me know when you can see it. Do you see any gated communities, apartment complexes, a shopping plaza, or an all-inclusive resort for some tourists right here? No? Why not? This is 200 acres of prime land in Kingston, which can be used to make money, but instead it's a garden for the locals and it's free. I wonder if Jamaicans realize that most botanical gardens in the world have an admission fee around $20 per person. A bit cheaper in the Caribbean, but still there is usually a fee. Yet Hope Gardens, which happens to be the largest botanical garden in the English-speaking Caribbean, is free to both Jamaicans and visitors. This is incredible, isn't it? No, seriously, how is it even possible? If you have a house in Jamaica, you must know how much it costs to maintain your garden, right? Now imagine 200 acres and you invite everyone to enjoy it for free, and it costs you over $500,000 a year to maintain. It's actually much more, but just to give a number. How long would it be before you have to close down and sell your land to, I don't know? Have you seen all the property development in Kingston? And have you seen what happened to other gardens in Jamaica? I mean, the condition of these gardens. Some abandoned, some destroyed by the hurricanes, out of business, closed during COVID and never reopened. Yet Hope Gardens just celebrated 150 years. Why does this garden still exist? Still here, still free, still beautiful, sunshine or rain.
My name is Carla Mary. I'm the Executive Director for the Nature Preservation Foundation, operators of the beautiful Hope Royal Botanic Gardens. Named after Major Richard Hope, the lands were gifted to him based on the part that he played in the war between the British and the Spaniards back in 1655. In 1873, the gardens were officially established as a botanic garden. And so, in 2023, we celebrated 150 years as a botanic garden. The gardens is approximately 230 acres. The size of the gardens lends itself to diversity. So we do have the Chinese garden, which was a gift to Jamaica by the People's Republic of China. And recently, we also had the India-Jamaica Friendship Garden. It's like a melting pot here, out of many one people, and we are happy that we're able to show that here at Hope Gardens. But outside of that, we have many event spaces. We're standing here in the Peace Garden. We also have the Sunken Garden, we have the Pavilion Garden, we have the Annual Garden, and we have the Bird Garden, which we're happy to have been in partnership with a corporate entity, National Commercial Bank, to establish that area for recognition as it relates to survivors of breast cancer. We do have a restaurant that is operated by a concessionaire. We also have the Hope Zoo, which is a part of the gardens. We also have Funland. Persons can come, bring their kids, partake in rides and other activities. The current owner of the gardens is the government of Jamaica. However, management of the garden has been entrusted to the Nature Preservation Foundation. It's a local entity which has a 49-year lease to develop the Hope Botanic Gardens. The board members contribute their time free of cost and their effort free of cost in ensuring that this natural heritage is preserved and continues for generations of children to come.
How exactly is the Hope Royal Botanic Garden is funded?
So our income comes in many diverse ways. Principally, we have a few tenants from whom we collect rent. And then there's assistance, it's called a subvention, which we get from the government of Jamaica through the Ministry of Finance and the Ministry of Agriculture. Our fundraising events are like corporate functions, banquets. Sometimes we have birthday parties. Because of the salubrious environment, we attract a lot of weddings. And then there's the plant nursery, which supplies a wide assortment of plants. Usually, the mantra we go by is that whatever you see in the gardens and you fall in love with, you are able to purchase it at the nursery. So the nursery is really the backbone of our finances.
Hi, my name is Jeffrey Mackenzie and I'm the Nursery and Landscaping Manager here at Hope Garden. We specialize in herbs, flowers, ornamentals and fruit trees. At Hope Garden Nursery we have over 5 greenhouses. So this is the plant nursery. If you're looking for color, this is our first and house and we have a wide assortment of colors inside here. Over this side now we have a wide varieties of plants. If you're thinking about your shrubs, your fruit trees and your palms, we have it here for you. Mangoes, East Indian, and we have Julie. Our citrus, navel, parsley brown, lemon, lime, artenique, and so on. Aki, part of our national dish. This one is called starfruit or carambola. As it relates to the ornamental herbs and fruit trees, we have over thousands of species at the moment at Hope Garden Plant Nursery.
So Hope Gardens is mandated a conservatory, and we are true to our mission. And here we are standing in the Hope Gardens Endemic house. The endemic species relate exclusively to plants which are found only in Jamaica and not anywhere else in the world. So we have done quite a bit of expeditions in the past to recover plants that we deem to be under threat. There are only few of them, the conditions are not right for their multiplication, and so we bring them here with the express purpose of propagating and increasing their numbers. The second part of our mandate is to repatriate them back to the wild, to restore their numerical dominance and to ensure that we have these species for the generations to come.
Now these plants are called clusia. Our aim is to produce 100 clusia so we can reintroduce them back into the wild to increase the numbers. Now right here we have the wild bromelia. These are epiphyte plants, so they survive on soilless medium. This one is called Bromelia achimia. It's also a epiphyte plants. It survives on soilless medium also. Philanthus. So these tend to like the mountain region. They like lots of, like the limestone region, tend to grow within that areas. This one also is an endemic plant. It is called Omphatia triandra. This one, Malpighia proctora, is from the cherry family, but the fruits are not edible.
We are severely handicapped because in this facility we don't have the correct 63 to 83% shade netting. We want the house to be a state-of-the-art house that is computerized, where we can adjust temperature related to the species of plants that we have. We want it to be sectionized so that we don't approach it one size fits all. We need a relative humidity controller. And all of these, when taken in combination, will address the specific needs of certain plants and create an environment that is as good as the wild.
Because the garden is so big, you have a lot of gardening to do.
Yes, yes. The maintenance of the gardens is an ongoing activity, daily activity. Now that we're having a lot of rains, it also creates more work for the gardeners, for the limited staff that we have here, because due to funding, we're unable to employ the number of persons that we really should based on the size of the gardens. There are also historical buildings that we would need to be paying attention to. We also have a number of areas that we need to be building out in terms of attraction and increasing the number of attractions that we have here at Hope Gardens. One of the ways that we raise funds to take care of the gardens is through events such as the Race for Hope 5K. And we're extremely happy that for 2025, we have on board the Jamaica National Group, who will help us towards our efforts to raise funds for continued development of the gardens. It's a 5K run walk, but this year we're including a kids fun run, because what is a botanic garden without kids around? A huge thank you to the Jamaica National Group in helping us to find a way in terms of hosting this 5K.
Initially, we had friends who assisted us in getting this off the ground, and we pay tribute to the Jamaica Institution of Engineers, who had made an invaluable contribution in the early days to get it out to the public and to get the buy-in by the public.
Jamaica Institute of Engineers is a non-profit organization for the development of the engineering practice in Jamaica for all engineers. Every year we have Engineers Week. The JIE is focused on bringing engineers together for various reasons, various disciplines, to show them what engineering in Jamaica and what engineering practice is in Jamaica.
So how come the engineers were the ones interested in 5K run? Like, why?
All right, so where that came from is the group of us that ran in Hope Pastors were engineers. Back in 2010, JIE was called upon by the Nature Preservation Foundation for assistance in engineering projects at the gardens and the zoo. At that time, the NPF ran both the zoo and the gardens. So in that group that did the 5K, they had a fabulous idea to create a 5K towards the Hope Gardens. So those members, Leighton Facey, Camille Jackson, Scott Robinson, and of course myself, decided to put together a 5K with the help of JIE and the blessing of JIE, so that the Nature Preservation Foundation could sustain these projects. I personally have been running in Hope Gardens since about 2007. So the group of us have been running in Hope Pastures area, passing through Hope Gardens from that time. And hence it was just a natural thing, based on the beauty of the Hope Gardens, that we would bring people into the space to showcase what the gardens has to offer, as well as the zoo.
Do engineers still do the running? Are you going to be joining the 5K run?
I will definitely be registering to do that run. It's my baby, so to speak. So just at the fact or the sound that it's coming back and we're going to be having another Race for Hope, I'll be there to show my support.
In Hope Gardens, the display of blooms, plants, and ornamental foliage is extraordinary. Gigantic trees with drooping branches and enormous trunks cover huge areas. Exotic flowers, flamboyant in color, stand out in exquisite contrast against the bright blue skies.
Once Jamaica gained independence in the 1960s, Hope Gardens were in a state of despair due to neglect caused by financial constraints and being viewed by some as a colonial relic. By 1968, its significant deterioration sparked public concern and calls to restore the gardens. But it took years, and at the end of the 1990s, the Hope Gardens were almost lost to a housing scheme, the so-called Hope Country Club. It was a proposal to build over 200 units while destroying an important part of Hope Gardens near Hope Zoo, this one. The proposal claimed that this protected green space was not really Hope Gardens, but just an area nearby. The plan was initially approved by the then government, but it caused a massive public outcry. Jamaicans submitted hundreds of written objections, there was excellent coverage by the Gleaner. All of this created pressure so intense that the then Prime Minister personally stopped the project, stating that the government was misled. Jamaicans won the battle for Hope Gardens. And to make sure such situations don't happen again, in 2004 the Nature Preservation Foundation took over the management of the garden, and only then the proper restoration work began. It's dark. Morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning. Morning. Morning. All right, guys. They're doing a Christmas run right now, which is pretty cool. You know, you would think you come to Hope Gardens and it's dark, there's going to be no one here. But the truth is, you know, Hope Gardens has its own life at night, or rather early morning. And it's amazing. It's such fresh air. It's like you can breathe like by the sea. It's amazing. Morning.
Allow us to sign up today. We want to win best running club. We're going to get top 5K. Right? This is Pacers Running Club. We're one of the largest running club in Kingston, Jamaica. And so we had our Christmas run today. So we have 100 odd runners here running, just enjoying the vibe. So make sure you sign up for Race for Hope on January 12th at 6:30 right here at Hope Gardens. It's going to be amazing.
So I can bet, Carla, no one ever sees you like that.
Hardly.
Hardly. So what are you doing here this morning?
Well, I'm out with the Pacers running group. Pacers is one of the ambassadors for Race for Hope 2025. So I'm just here enjoying the vibe with them. It's their annual Christmas run, so you see everyone is all decked out in their Christmas colors and decor. We welcome them always, all year. They're here in the gardens at some point.
But look at you dressed up. Are you cycling?
Yes, I do that.
Okay, where's the bike?
Right here. Yes, I try to keep moving, whether walking, running, or riding. Next, need to add swimming to it. Hope Gardens is like no other space in Kingston and I might say Jamaica. It is a good space to come early in the morning when the air is fresh to do your exercise and to just be at one with nature. Race for Hope 5K and Kids Fun Run happens on Sunday, January 12th at 6:30 a.m. at Hope Gardens. Registration is between November 26th and January 3 at midnight. We're looking forward to seeing you, your friends and your family, enjoying good quality family time here in the gardens, while at the same time supporting us in helping to keep the gardens alive for generations to come.